Okay, so man, it's been a while since I've done a reaction video. But yeah, I'm about to react to this video. My Hero is great again, because I agree wholeheartedly. Like, I saw this recommended recently on YouTube, so I was like, this might be a good video to react to, honestly, because I truly believe it. Especially if you see my review videos from the last season that just ended. Yeah, you should know that I believe My Hero is like great again, and I can't wait for like the final season. So yeah, let's see what was his name. Munchiweeb has to say. I hope I'm saying your name correctly, man. But yeah, let's see what you have to say, man.
If you're watching MHA and expecting to see niggas throwing straight hands with flashing lights and explosions 24/7, then I'm sorry to break it to you, this is not the show to watch for that. You don't watch MHA fights for the choreography, you watch them for the story they tell. Deku versus Muscular, All Might versus All For One, and Endeavor versus the high-end Nomu are not—
I mean, I don't think that's a bad thing. The fact that the fights are mainly about like the two characters connecting with each other. The My Hero's fights is mainly about the two people that are fighting trying to understand each other, understand how they reach to this point, their values, what they believe in, why they do what they do. I think it's refreshing too, because you understand why two characters are fighting in a deeper level, other than just like, I'm in the good side, you're in the bad side, so we have to fight. You know what I'm saying? You actually understand why these two characters have to fight and the reasons behind it. So that's one thing I really like about My Hero Academia, especially throughout all the season, because they, of course, they love to have characters talk to each other like mid-fight, but I also think that's what makes these fights more memorable too, because then after the fight they have longevity in terms of characters changing as a whole, evolving, and you can see how like one particular fight caused the character to develop and change over time as the seasons go on. So honestly, that's probably one of the biggest positives about My Hero, in my opinion.
Season 5 of MHA is absolute dog shit.
That is one big pile of shit.
Words can't even describe how much I hate this season. It was already doomed to fail since it was adapting the worst arc in the series, Class 1A versus 1B. Why did Horikoshi decide to give us another training arc, let alone one that focuses on Class 1B?
Okay, one thing I gotta say, I think I made a video about My Hero Season 5 and that is better than you think or something like that, or it's better than you realize or whatever. I actually don't think Season 5 is as bad as most people think it is. Yes, it's probably still maybe the worst season out of all of My Hero, but in terms of like a standalone season, I don't think it's as bad as most people say it is, honestly. Like, sure, I can't really recall most moments in the season, but I know I made a video on Season 5 in particular, like a review video. So I don't know, maybe maybe if you watch that, maybe then you'll understand how I feel about Season 5.
My Villain Academia arc was finally here. The arc that had gotten me to fall in love with the manga by taking the spotlight completely away from the heroes and developing the villains completely, especially Shigaraki, who finally blossoms into his own supervillain.
Actually, that's probably the main reason why I like Season 5 now I remember. Villain Academia. What other show, what other anime, what other storyline is really doing something like this, where they just stop focusing on the main characters, the heroes, the good side, and they solely focus on the villains, their thought process, their plans, what they are about to do, their process, understanding each character and the villains, seeing their growth. That's one thing I have to give credit about My Hero as well. We didn't only see the growth of Midoriya, we also see the growth of Shigaraki throughout the seasons as well, and I think that's what makes the final season so deep and emotional, and like you could tell like that's supposed to be like the very peak of the show. Like, you could tell that everything from Season 1 was meant to lead up to that moment, into that final moment in like Season 8 when that comes out, because not only the heroes were being developed and all the supporting cast, but every single villain too was also being developed at the same time. Even the smaller cast of villains as well were also being developed, so we get to understand both sides and why this fight has to happen. So it's almost like a ramp up, or I guess like a ramp down of like a snowball effect, I should say. Like, Season 1 is like where you did kick off the snowball, and it's just like now was like big as hell, and when you reach in Season 8 and now it's humongous, like planetary size.
This season started off with a bang with the Stars and Stripes versus Shigaraki fight, and yeah, Shigaraki might have got a Mickey Mouse win, and
that was such a Mickey Mouse win. Oh my lord, that was Mickey Mouse as hell. She's supposed to be the strongest in the US, but I believe she was like the second strongest in the world behind All Might or something. I don't know. She was supposed to be top tier, but I don't know. Shigaraki didn't have any quirks at the time, I believe, right? Or he was like still recovering or something like that. All I know is he wasn't 100%. He was still recovering from Season 6. and yet like it felt like he was able to defeat Star, like I don't know, not easily, but it's just it didn't feel like he had to struggle as much as I thought he would, or I don't know, it just didn't feel like he should have won the fight at all. That's really what I meant to say. I agree, that was Mickey Mouse.
After Todoroki's failure to put down Dabi for good, Dabi becomes a literal ticking time bomb and heads straight to Endeavor, resulting in one of the most emotional fights I've ever seen. The fact that it's revealed Dabi...
Facts. That fight right there was like literally almost put me into tears. Facts.
And Uraraka's words finally reach Toga as they descend from the sky.
Let's be honest, let's be real. A Choco capped. She was capping. She was not telling the truth. She had to say what she had to say to save the day. Let's be real. She knew this is the only way to save the day. If she had said no right there, she would have been finished. She would have been done. Like her survival instincts kicked in and she had to say yes. I'm telling you, I promise you, that's what happened.
The fact Bro just wanted to get All Might's autograph this whole time and died with the card right next to him is crazy. But is this truly the end for our Deuteragonist? The answer to that will be revealed next season.
He's not gonna die, let's be honest. Let's be real. Let's be real, let's be honest. Bakugo is not gonna die. Honestly, now that I think about it, he's probably gonna be saved, wake up, and he's gonna play a key factor in the fight against Shigaraki or against All For One. Because I'm assuming since he activated a new awakening ability, he's gonna probably be able to tap into it again in the final season. Because in my mind, I don't see how Deku could stop Shigaraki by himself, especially now that he could use his quirks. This man was already going all out when Shigaraki wasn't even using any quirks at all. So now since he's able to use quirks, he needs Bakugo to wake his ass up. Honestly.
Because I am here!
Hearing All Might say I am here for the first time in years had me feeling ecstatic. All Might wasn't All Might just because he had one for all. Even before inheriting the quirk, he was always persistent on bringing peace to this world, as showcased in the flashback with Shimura, Horikoshi.
That's really what that moment taught me. Being the symbol of peace, being who All Might is not because he has one for all. It's really because who he is inside. Like that was really a defining moment. Like we always hear this in shows and anime and all these other stories and anything like that about like, oh, it's about who you are inside, and you know, power is not what makes the man, you know, things like that or whatever. But like this is really one of the only times where I really see like it being very, very true, where despite All Might not having quirk, you could still feel the symbol of peace inside of him. Like I don't know how to explain it. He still carried himself as if he could win, as if he's still the strongest in the world. It's almost like he was able to maintain his aura. Like his aura never left him. It's just who he is, and that's one thing I gotta give credit for. All Might still feels like All Might, even though he lost one for all.
My Hero Academia is great again, and the upcoming final season means a lot to me. This is the first time I'll be experiencing the shonen I grew up with reach its conclusion. The upcoming final season isn't just a farewell to a beloved series, it's the end of an era.
Okay, that was good. That was a great video. Oh my lord, that was great. Okay, that was great. That was a great video, honestly. I was not expecting it to summarize like everything in My Hero. I thought this was gonna be just like season 7 and everything that's happening there. But like, yeah, like he went through everything. Well, of course he summarized like most of the seasons, you know, and kind of breezed through because, you know, there's 21 minutes. But still, it was a great video, honestly. Yeah, I can't wait to see the final season of My Hero Academia. Like I was saying earlier in the video, it's like so much characters. You see so much development throughout the whole show, throughout all the seasons, and not just the heroes, you also see it in the villains as well. Their philosophy, like everything is just nice to see where everything's connected in a deep level, and how characters impact each other throughout the seasons as well. And this is why the final season, like the final fight, is so hyped, and so it's gonna be so emotional as well, because we've seen these characters constantly throughout the years, throughout every season, and now the this is gonna be the final fight, the conclusion of it all. So yeah, you let me know your thoughts in this video. Is My Hero great again? What are your predictions for season 8? If you haven't watched already, you could watch my season 7 videos, my review, my reactions. You can also see my season 6 as well if you want to watch that too. But yeah, shout out to Munchiweeb. Thanks for the amazing video, and yeah, thanks for watching.